Good morning.
Coffee.
It's Tuesday, February 17th. It is also the release date of Virtual Boy on NSO, which I have feelings about. Definitely have some feelings about that. I'll be here in a minute. Also got some cinnamon raisin toast. Nothing on it, because it doesn't need anything. You can toast it, and then you're done.
The poll has ended. The winner is really?
Yeah. That's true. Shout out to everyone who thought that said Gregorian. I love the other option, which was, what does this mean? Shane says, Virtual Boy Friday stream? Ah. No. No. They don't let you do that. It literally does not work. I tried it myself this morning. When you launch the Virtual Boy app, it says, take this out of the dock. So I pulled it out of the dock. And, you know, there it is. Got the stereoscopic 3D. And I was like, okay. And now I will put it back. And when it came up on the screen, it said, take the switch out of the dock. And I was like... The thing I'm frustrated about is that it doesn't have to be this way. This is a choice. And like, on one hand, I understand the, let's call it, artistic integrity of experiencing the Virtual Boy exactly as it was meant to be experienced, right? I'm like, okay.
Just gotta get you some cardboard.
However, I also understand the give us money, which, is it art or is it money? Well, it's a corporation, so it's probably money. And their replica Virtual Boy, from what I've seen, is actually very impressive. I think it's a little too much money. I think $100 is asking a little much. I understand that real Virtual Boys are going for stupid amounts of money. But I feel like a more fair price would have been like, at the most, 60 to 70. But they want $100 US. But, like, the thing I'm interested in...
Chess's cardboard is 25.
It's true. Cardboard's 25. The thing I'm interested in, though, is streaming it. As someone with a Virtual Boy, I don't think preserving the artistic integrity is super needed. But what do I know? That's the thing. For 20 years, we've been able to emulate Virtual Boy
By just doing one?
by just doing one eye.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's true. It's not in stereoscopic 3D when you have just one screen. But, like, it would be very easy for Nintendo to implement a thing where it's like, oh, you're playing docked. Cool. Shut off one eye, take the other eye, make that the full screen. They could do that. And then if you pull it out, be like, oh, okay. Are you playing with glasses? Yes? Okay, go back to scares.
Like the ability to turn off the 3D and the 3DS.
Yeah. Yeah. GS2 just says that's why this would have been great on 3DS. And the fun thing is that the modding community has actually done an amazing job on the 3DS because they have Virtual Boy running in 3D on the 3DS. I really hope that this is something that gets reversed. That at some point they're like, oh wait, we want people to be able to play this. It's like, yeah, on their TVs. Dang it. Until then, I'm waiting for, like, I don't know, someone to come up with some sort. Maybe there'll be a solution. Because if I could just get HDMI out of it, I could figure it out from there. You know, like I could crop it down to one eye in OBS. But I have to actually get a signal out, which they're currently not letting us do. Anyway, alright, let's read some alerts. We got 62 months at Tier 2 Gold Toast from Radio Dread. 51 months from Pokemon Princess. 52 from Rebel Tech TV. 72 months at Tier 2. That's a 6 and a gold. Thank you, Ken1 Noob. Appreciate it. 43 months from Sakudamus. 52 from Clockwork Corey. Vagabond gifted sub to Malier. 300 bits from Clockwork Corey says, good morning, everyone. Normally I'm never up for breakfast and only for Friday evenings, but that has switched due to having a new puppy. Zelda will be watching with me each Tuesday and Thursday.
Puppy.
It's a cute name. Well, I wish you and Zelda a lifetime of happiness.
Have you been around puppies?
I have.
Okay.
Not like a ton,
Yeah.
but enough. Yeah, they have energy.
Yeah. They're just wiggly.
They are mostly wiggly.
They're mostly wiggles.
They're mostly just wiggly. Between the two, like between puppies and kittens, I feel like it's probably a crapshoot. They're probably both equally mischievous.
Yeah.
But kittens are the ones that I am a little more worried about because, I mean, for one, they have claws, but then also those claws allow them to just get to places that puppies cannot. Like, if you leave a room, a puppy can get into some stuff, but the puppy can't get, like, on top of the room. You can come back and a cat is just like, I don't know how I got up here. Also, I destroyed everything on the way here. Aw, very energetic, then a second later is down for the count for a nap. Yeah. Puppies are cute. I've had a chance to spend a little bit of time with them. Great Perhaps says, I also find kittens are intentionally mischievous, whereas puppies are just kind of dopey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Puppies are just kind of happy to be there. And kittens are like, I will explore this brave new world. I will find what I can and cannot reach. We had 80 months from Everchanger, 48 months from Sage of Stars. That's a 4. 300 from Gold Lining says, hope Steven made the brownies and didn't snooze. This weekend was not a possibility for that.
Yeah.
Trust me, it is something that is on my list that I want to do, but it was not possible to do.
I had the car most of Saturday, and then Sunday was Hades.
Yeah. It was not something that I could do. Because you had... I mean, you were also gone Sunday.
Yeah, well, you were streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went and played Agricola with some bike people.
Mal, don't agree with him. I mean, in order to obtain the things necessary, you have to go to a store. And if I cannot get to the store, it's not like a possibility. It's fine. We'll
Walk.
walk. It'll be soon.
I do need to go to the store and get Pillsbury croissant cans to make monkey bread.
I'll be honest. You know when I should make these brownies?
What?
Then
Yeah, you should.
that's when I should do them.
Yeah.
That's in a month.
That's a great time to make those.
I know. It's really smart. I'm actually going to write it down.
That's like actually really brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm brilliant. I'm going to write this down. Okay. It's on the calendar in a way that, yeah, it'll definitely happen.
Should you set a reminder for a few days before to get ingredients?
No. This will happen. It'll definitely happen now. When I put it on that calendar.
The other ones were on the calendar.
Yeah, but you know, they didn't go to Chaz.
Oh, that one went to Chaz.
That calendar goes to Chaz. So that's basically
Chaz, I see it.
It's basically written in blood. So, you know. Stay tuned. Is that in a month? Right?
Slightly less than a month.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks.
Okay. It's coming soon. We got 31 months from Lucas Swarka, 61 from Ryan the Goof, 38 from Red Hero, 71 from Charlemagne, 10 from Mr. Mandermandy, 86 from Erdesh, 20 from Tomb Raider, 75 from Zelda Master, and 300 bits from Aggregated Molecules, who says the Virtual Boy accessory might be $100, but that doesn't include the cost of migraine medication. It is true that historically, the Virtual Boy has been responsible for some headaches.
I think my coffee is drinkable.
Probably. Headaches, and then also like neck pain, back pain. Because when you play it, you're putting your face inside this thing, so you're like hunched over a little bit.
You have to sit in a very specific spot.
Yeah. Probably the best thing to do would be to sit at a table where you can get really close to it so you don't have to like lean forward. So sit in like a low chair. And it's red. Yeah. For those that aren't familiar with the history of the Virtual Boy, the Virtual Boy came out, and right at its launch, Nintendo decided to do a promotion with Blockbuster in order to let people try the system. So you could rent the system from Blockbuster, like relatively cheap, in order to get people to be like, oh, let's try this thing. Because it's something that you have to like experience, right? It's you know, because it's 3D. And this plan backfired because people tried it and they were like, oh, this is awful. And then no one bought it. And then later, Blockbuster did like the liquidation of the systems because they had them.
Lizard.
So,
Lizard.
31 years later, Nintendo is like, people love the Virtual Boy. And in fairness, it's had a resurgence in interest because it's weird.
Yeah.
It's this weird console. I think the North American release had like 14 games. It's a very, very small library. So they're trying to capitalize on that. And it is a neat console. It's just you can play it without needing the 3D. It's kind of frustrating.
You know what we did last night that I just forgot until the second? We built something from IKEA that we got last week. It looks good.
It does.
Coffee!
It really does. I guess I'd take like a photo of it.
We used to have the desktop.
Is it hard to take a photo of?
Here, let me do it.
I would zoom out because you cut off the... Yeah.
Yeah, with this.
Yeah, you can crop it.
Okay. I'll let you crop it.
Okay. Let me do...
We used to
Do that.
have one of those really, really cheap LAC tables, those square ones. And we had the computer for this on that. And we were like, if we get something more narrow, we can put a Billy next to this.
It's true.
So we found something more narrow, and we put the computer on that, and now we are waiting for a Billy to arrive.
Sorry, let me adjust the shadows so you can see, because it's a little dark in here.
Can we please put the ring above the A? How dark is it in that room? We only have these lights on.
Which means, really, it's not dark at all.
No.
Okay.
But there are more Billies being delivered soon.
Aren't you excited? Certainly you're, like, super pumped, right?
There's someone I know who really wants to build them for us. For fun.
Okay.
He's an engineer. He wants to.
Oh, your bike friend?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how many Billies I've built?
Yeah, do you want to build, what, 5 more?
6.
6 more?
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, it will take more time to let someone else build them.
Because you already know the ins and
Because
outs
I
of
already
it.
know how to build them. Alright, I finally got this ready. Sorry, I had to, like... I have to touch everything.
Vegabonds is more pumped about those brownies, I think.
This really is a process, isn't it? It's like, alright, I gotta go through this thing. Okay.
Portalbeard says, so what's going in them? Not double stacking? No, we're trying to not double stack anything, which is why there's more Billies arriving.
Yeah, so currently, nothing in the house is double stacked, which is wonderful. That's really cool. And then also, part of it is like, okay, we're at our forever home. God, I hope. So, trying to figure out exactly where I want stuff. Trying to figure out where I want stuff, where it's going to go.
Those are the only type of Oreos anyone should buy. Double stuffed Oreos.
Why not just order a bag of cream?
Okay.
Like, why even... Anyway, look at this photo. So, the computer had been on the little end table. Now it's on this. And those match the controller holders that we have too. So it's just additional space,
Yeah.
which is really nice. So, yeah, we got drawers. So I'm more
It does stick out a few inches from the TV stand.
Well, it doesn't stick out any further than the end table did. It's just the end table had a lot of negative space under it. Mm-hmm. This does not. probably fine. I ate toast.
Good job. How was your raisin toast?
It was good.
Renee says drawers for cords. See, I think the cords we have the TV stand is a calyx, the square storage space, and I think the cable should go in there, and those drawers should be reserved for future controllers. For when the Switch 3 comes out, and the PS6 and the Xbox One XX, One X to the power of X.
I mean, you're not super far off because they're actually... We already don't have room in those things for...
More controllers.
Yeah, well, we don't have room for Switch 2 controllers.
Yeah.
So Switch 2 controllers will probably go in there. It's hard when you're, like, in a current console generation to even look into the future. But, like, they're gonna keep making video games.
Surprise.
We've asked them kindly to stop. But they're gonna keep doing it. Did you hear about them pushing the PS6 back because of chip shortages? Yeah. Yeah, the shortages are, well, I mean, it's affecting everything. There's a lot of stuff that's getting unavailable or ridiculously expensive. Yeah. Anyway. I hope no one needs a computer for like a year or two. And companies that used to make consumer products are like, oh, we don't do that anymore. Sorry. We can only make things for data centers, sorry. Pegon says I should have bought in May. Yeah, the question is, will it get worse? Maybe, but also, if you can wait, I would probably wait. Yeah. Oh, Please the Chief says, my spouse just built a new one. He saw it coming. Yeah. Where will I make and store my gifts of what's eating spaghetti? That used to be like the cream of the crop when all this technology was coming out, and it was still pretty bad and funny. That was like the king. That was like, and then it just became completely realistic, and I'm like, oh no. And then all the companies are like, sorry, you can't have computers anymore. We need them. It's like, oh, but actually, we put RAM chips in everything. They're like, go to hell. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's fine. We live in a society. We got 300 bits from Spinach Wrap. It says, everything is a lot all the time, but Evan, who is 3 and autistic, pointed at something he wanted us to get for him. First time he's done that. He's also learning to read and can write numbers 1 through 6 on his own. Awesome.
That is awesome.
Also, I like the beginning statement, everything is a lot all the time, but, which I think is an important thing to remember, especially in the context of what I was just talking about. The world is a lot, but it doesn't mean that there aren't, like, good things happening. Sometimes the good things happen on a bigger scale, sometimes they're on a smaller scale, but it's important to look for those good things and to celebrate
Sometimes there are
them.
brownies in 3 weeks.
There's going to be brownies in 3 weeks, baby. I promise you. I have never committed to a specific date before. It's always been vague notions. Now we have an actual promise. I cannot promise they will be good. Robert, Stephen is bringing me brownies. Nope. See, here's the thing about you. You are further away. It'd be very difficult. I could mail them.
Chaz, I mean...
Oh, shoot.
Give the brownies to Chaz. Chaz will...
Chaz is leaving sooner than I planned to make brownies.
Chaz can bring the brownies to Robert, eat all of them but one, and give the one brownie to Robert. Listen, Chaz needs to carb load.
Okay, well, but, you know, in the future, when, yeah, if you give them to me, they're not getting to Robert and Dak. So really, I don't think Robert would get, Robert would get a 10. He'd open it up and be like, weren't there brownies in here? And Chaz finishing the last one, yes. When Japan moves to the American East Coast.
That would be so convenient. Can you get on that?
Of all the people that I could say, who can make this happen? I mean, Robert's probably amongst them.
I know a guy, yeah.
If you could just figure out how to get Japan to move, that would be really useful.
13 hours by plane is miserable.
It's fine. It's just 5 movies.
Not when you have Restless Leg.
Air travel is measured in movies. That's the truth. Easy peasy, just watch 5 movies. We got 300 bits from Jet Chat who says, Virtual Boy, the reason why American doctors are so rich. It's true. In 1995, a large population of the demographic of children ruined their eyesight and hunched their backs. Maybe like 5. Maybe not large part of it. 300 bits of Please Cheese that says, good morning. I mentioned last week I was heading out for a 2-day tattoo session and luckily I survived. Definitely felt like open stomach surgery at times, but it came out absolutely gorgeous. Thanks for all of the good vibes. Nice.
Wonderful.
I'm happy. It's one of those things like, if I imagine trying to get that done, I go, My assumption, because we had talked about this when you were here, is that the sternum would be worse than the stomach. But I don't actually know.
I believe the general consensus is if it's over bone, it hurts more.
That's what I thought, right? Mm-hmm. So, it was absolutely miserable everywhere, TBH. But you did it! There you go. Remember, pain is temporary.
Sometimes.
Every instance of pain is temporary. You may have recurring instances.
True. Now I never have to do it again. But see, now you have a tattoo, and from what I understand, you will want more.
It does seem like the people that I know with tattoos, very few of them get a single tattoo.
Yeah.
Very, very few get one, and they're like, I really need this, and that's it. For almost everyone, it does seem like some sort of contagious disease. Many people get tat-threes. Yeah, people get one, and then they're like, I like this. And then they get another one.
That's supposed to be how your piercings go, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want you to know I am done, because I don't want any cartilage piercings.
Sure. Yeah. I've never been particularly interested in tattoos. And a lot of that comes from the fact that I know that my skin keloids like a mother. And I don't know that it would look like a tattoo shortly after I got the tattoo done. It would just be kind of like, well. So
what I want for a tattoo, I know fades poorly.
Yeah, I have a scar on my knee that certainly has a look to it. So I'm like, when I had that done, when I went to the doctor was like, you would not be a good candidate for tattoos. I was like, good to know.
One of my bike friends has the
Aldo.
front crank gear
Yeah.
imprinted on his inner leg because when you bike, sometimes you get one of those like right here. So he has it tattooed right there.
Yeah.
It looks really cool, not gonna lie. People who don't know it's a tattoo, they're like, hey. And he's like, that's not gonna wipe off.
I mean, that's a neat idea for a tattoo, but I think that would subconsciously drive me insane.
Because you think your leg is dirty?
I would always, for the rest of my life, be like, huh? Oh, yeah. Like, I'd be in the shower and be like, oh. So, is it a cool idea? Yes, but it's cool for someone else. We talked about this idea recently. This idea of, like, sometimes you come across things that you're like, this is really neat.
Yeah.
Not for me, but I think it's neat. We'll be in a store and we'll find stuff like that. We'll be like, isn't this a cool thing? I don't want this. Chaz, like having a dog. Honestly, yes. That's a really good example. When people have dogs, I'm like, this is great. You have a dog. I can pet this dog. And then I can leave. And I don't have to worry about the dog being like, I have to pee. When if we have a pet who pees, they pee in the house.
That
a
does
cat.
not
It's
sound
sorry.
any better.
Sorry. Yeah. When we have a dog, we just let him do whatever. Yeah. Cats pee in sand. It's great. You don't even think about it. Is dog fun? Yes. That's why you should always have a friend that has a dog, so you can visit a dog. But
It's
not
the same
have
reason you have a friend with a boat, so you don't have to worry about the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or why you have your sister have a baby. That worded that sounded like you're gonna have a baby.
Being an aunt is great.
That's what I'm getting at. Yes. Yeah. Because then we get to be like, ah.
Look at these cute photos. There's a photo of her in the snow. It was actually from like 2 months ago. And she has just like all 4 front teeth right now. And she has her little grin and she just looks like a bunny rabbit.
Oh, she's doing calculus now. I mean,
Her mom is Carly.
Yeah, she is the daughter of Carly, so I honestly wouldn't be too surprised. Carly is an astrophysicist, so who knows?
When I was in college, Carly was like, can you read my paper? And it was on how you find planets in space. Like the methodology behind that.
And you were like, honestly, Carly, I can't.
I did read through it, and I was like, it seems fine. I didn't understand half of it.
Yeah.
At some point, I was like, Carly, what math class are you taking? And it was like sophomore year for her of college. And she's like, differential equations. And I'm like, I didn't know that was what was after calculus.
Yeah. I can't read this. It's an astrophysicist. Yeah, it's neat. My assumption is that anytime if one of the parents is super into a thing, that's when the kid will be like, oh, I like this other thing. I always joked that if Mao and I ever had a kid, that the kid would be like, I like football. And I'd be like, what am I supposed to do with this? Finally learn the rules? Anyway.
Hey, robot. What's a first down again?
I don't know. We got 27 months from the Eevee breeder, 70 months from Throw Down.
Renee says, yes, Maddie has no desire to be in theater. It wounds me.
Taylor Groveworm, football has no rules. I think you misunderstand football. I've watched football and it definitely feels like someone knows something. They got guys in the checkered vests out there, like, doing
Stripes.
hand motions. Yeah. And then everyone stops playing football to watch him. I'm like, something's happening here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. We got 500 bits from Rin the Halfling. It says, an example of a good thing is that our Women's USA hockey team is undefeated in the Olympics and have only allowed one goal.
Yeah.
I haven't watched hockey.
No, I haven't watched hockey either. I want to watch some of the hockey.
That is good news. We've only watched figure skating.
Curling?
Oh yeah, we watched a little curling.
I watched a little bit of, I want to say skeleton
Curling is
or luge,
so...
one or the other. I forgot which one we were watching.
So weird. Something about curling in the Olympics feels so weird to me. Because everything else... curling feels very... primal or something. The way that it's played and the yelling and the screaming and like both teams just kind of standing around the thing as the stone approaches, it doesn't feel Olympic, but it is. Yeah, it's relaxed. It's a really bizarre thing compared to some of the other stuff in the Olympics, I think. Because a lot of the Olympics feels very... like that. And curling doesn't. Curling is like, we just got some people... yeah, we need bowling. Why don't we have bowling?
It could be an exhibition for the next Summer Games.
Then we could have that guy. I don't remember his name. The guy that said, God, what was the line? Yeah, Pete Weber. Pete Weber. That's the guy. I can't remember the line now. It's the thing that he said when... yeah, that's it. Who do you think you are? I am. God, that's good. That's so good. Who do you think you are? I am. He said that after bowling. I think like a perfect game or something. Immense aura, TBH. I mean, he really like... he gives off a vibe. He certainly does. We got 52 months from El Simi, 35 from Duke Do, 3 from Jet Jet. Says, as a dog owner, I don't know how I feel about these statements. The good thing about having a dog is that, for one, you have a dog. You get to enjoy the dog at all times. But then also, everyone around you who gets to interact with a dog also loves that dog. But I don't want to have to take care of the dog.
Yeah, like day in, day out. Yeah.
Could I do it? Of course, I could do it.
Yeah.
But is it easier to just let the cat go to the room where the cat poops? Love that. Just stop in at the end of every day. Nobody runs up to a cat and says, "Can I pet your cat?" Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves with nobody.
There's a guy somewhere in Raleigh. I've heard of him, but I've never seen him, who bikes out on the greenways with a cat. He has like a little basket in the front.
I mean,
never seen him, but I've heard that he exists.
That would be cute. Yeah. Little cat riding in the basket. Yeah. And this is going to come as a surprise for a lot of people, but I love cats. It's true. Yeah. Gasp. I know. Source. Oh god, I don't know how to cite this.
Oh, I got a source. There's a YouTube channel that went for like X many days in a row with cats and you. That's your source.
Oh, okay, that's a pretty good source.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love all animals. I mean, there's definitely been times I've thought about having a dog and what that would be like. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to get a dog.
Sometimes I miss having fish.
Nope. Never once wanted a fish.
Looking at an aquarium is really nice, though.
Coffee.
You can just pull up a YouTube video of, like, an aquarium.
Yeah.
And it's literally the same experience. Actually, no. It's better, because then you don't have to, like, put food in it and also take all of the fish and move them to a place and clean out the tank. I've never had fish, but my understanding is that cleaning the fish tank is, like, just a huge pain. So I'm not really into... Also, the other thing for me is that I want to, like, hang out.
Cuddle.
Last time I cuddled a fish, it did not end well for the fish, so I'm gonna, like, not probably cuddle a fish anymore. But, like, a cat, a dog, those are great. They come to you, they sit in your lap. Some people are into reptiles or birds.
Depending on which kind you have, they may hang out with you.
Yeah. I feel weird about birds because I really like birds, but I really like them outside.
I had budgies and they were messy.
I see birds outside and I'm like, I love that bird. Now put the feeders up.
Yep.
So now standing in the kitchen, you can just see birds anytime. There's so many birds. And it was wild how quickly they arrived. Like, Mal put the feeder up.
Like within 20 minutes. Yeah.
They were like, hey everybody, look, food. And then they're great. I love them.
Out there this morning.
They're the cutest little things. And then I imagine one in my home and I'm like, no, I don't want that. No, because I've seen them poop. Mm-hmm. So they definitely do.
A lot.
Yeah.
There is a lot more bird poop right there on the patio now.
There was none. And now the entire banister between feeder 1 and 2 is just poop. And I saw that the other day and I was like, I guess I don't really know what we expected.
Yeah.
Like when they're basically lined up for a Piccadilly cafeteria and they're just sitting there waiting for it to open up and then just pooping until they get there. And like, it's fine.
I'm going to change the suet out for a hummingbird feeder.
Okay,
Once that suet is empty, because suet's more of like a high-fat food for them to help store energy for the winter. So like right now it's good because there's not a whole lot of food out for them, like in nature. But we're going to start getting hummingbirds soon. So I'm going to put the hummingbird feeder out.
Yeah, Spinach Trap asked if we were going to get Muscovy ducks. I'm pretty sure we cannot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can't
have any sort of roaming outside animal with the HOA.
Yeah. A friend of mine has chickens, and they're super cute. She talked about maybe getting ducks at some point once the chickens have passed.
Yeah. If I had my way, there would not be an HOA.
A hummingbird.
And a flower. But like 90% or more of America is HOAs, so like there's not really any escaping it. My parents don't have an HOA. And I love that. I think that's great. Like, you drive through their neighborhood, and multiple homes have like 4 boats in the yard.
Give me the bird.
Some of them don't even work.
The boats.
Yeah. And like for some people that would be like a big turnoff. Be like, oh god, the HOA helps people make sure that they like cut their grass. And I'm like, I guess. But I like seeing all that stuff. People just park in their yard. That's wonderful. That's America. Dang it. Anyway, we had 300 bits of Jet says, shelters have a dog day out program where you can take the dog out and do fun activities with them. Can't do that with cats. I mean, you can do that with cats. Just not all cats. I would argue that near as hair every dog wants to go out.
If we had like prepared Sagan from an early age, he could have gone out.
Yeah, I personally don't like the idea of taking the cats out because it does expose them to like things.
Yeah.
And then they have to get shots and junk. But you can do that though, especially if you have like a big cat, because some people have large cats. Not like a tiger, but like a Savannah. Like a Savannah or something. And they'll walk them. And like that's neat. But like, can most cats do that? No.
Imagine a cat biking with Mal. I need a whole new bike.
A Serval? Yeah. I'm not gonna get a big cat.
My bike friend with cats, you know which one that is?
Yeah.
He's very excited for us to get kittens. He's like, I need to come over and see them.
Maine Coon would be fine. Maine Coon is big, but they're cat. They're not wild.
They're large.
They're just large. I don't know if I would want a Maine Coon with other cats that are like normal size.
Yeah.
Because then the Maine Coon is just like big. And they're like, what are you?
We've also never had a long-haired cat. That seems like so much work.
I don't particularly want
a
long-haired cat. That's never been something that I've like cared about. Are y'all just gonna go look?
Experience the unique flavor of Tiny Eddie's bubbly vinegary leg day high-strung twins.
Sounds of bits from aggregated molecules. Snack time. Bubbly, vinegary, leg day, high-strung twins. Your legs are basically high-strung twins.
Yeah.
Put some vinegar in your mouth for your legs. Do it. Your legs will thank you.
A delicious beverage known as vinegar.
Also, carbonated vinegar. Carbonated vinegar sounds like something they...
Kombucha?
I don't like kombucha, so... Yeah, Asia has a lot of drinking vinegars. Man, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because it's a little gross, but a few months ago, I was reading about, there's a name for it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's, is it a wine? It's some sort of alcohol, but it's just got like a whole snake in it.
Oh, yeah,
And like multiple cultures have this. And
God, what's it called?
First off, it's gross, but also like inhumane. But it also like can kill you. It could like it's dangerous. So, but there's a name for it. At least like the Japanese. Come on, snake wine? I think it is just snake wine, but I think there's a Japanese word for it. Probably because they don't call it snake wine. Anyway, don't Google this because I saw pictures of it and I was like, I don't like that at all.
I was gonna say this sounds a little bit like, yeah, there's a Chinese snake wine.
Yeah. Aaron the Baron says Habushu.
Yeah, that's the Japanese one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, no thanks.
Undersea also on Wikipedia is snake oil.
What if you had hot chocolate instead?
That's preferable. People just be putting weird things in drinks. It's alcohol, generally. They're like, what if like a scorpion? It's like, but why? They're like, I don't know. Whoa. What are you doing? Why are you just putting stuff in there?
I like interesting ingredients in cocktails and mixed drinks, but not that.
That's good. The toe. I've seen the toe. Yeah. All right. Anyway, 300 bits of chat says, I say this as a guy with 2 dogs and 2 cats. As an animal welfare guy, I feel obligated to say I like cats. By the way, no news on the job front. Oh, I there's no doubt that I know that you like cats and love animals. Cats, some cats can be leashed, but it's got to start from like baby. Mm-hmm. Like they have to understand that that's part of the game. If you just leash like your normal house cat and you walk outside, 9 times out of 10 they will just loaf and be like, what are you doing? Why are we here? This is not how things are supposed to be. Anyway.
Aaron the Baron says, I did a cocktail class with my wife for Valentine's Day, and one of the drinks we made was a tequila-based jalapeno drink. It was really good. I had a milk-washed mezcal drink with jalapeno in it in Japan, and it was one of the best drinks I've ever had.
Yeah.
There's some neat things you can do, like milk washing mezcal.
A novel idea, putting food and actual ingredients into alcohol as opposed to a snake.
There was a drink, I want to say Brandon had in Japan, that was based off of like butter chicken, and it tasted like butter chicken sauce, but it was a alcoholic drink. We didn't like that one as much, but it was interesting.
300 Bits of Shy says, as my mother likes to say when it comes to both pets and children, they're always cute when they're not yours. It's nice because you can enjoy things and not have the level of commitment necessary to raise them. That being said, I cannot wait until I'm dedicating lots of time and energy and sleep to raising more cats. I thought about that last night, where I was like, they're gonna wake me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it takes additional time each day to feed them and just scoop the litter box. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. 500 Bits of Baldo says, did somebody order a bird? No, seriously, did you? Somebody has to pay for this. I think that was the hummingbird.
Yeah, I think so too.
Can you have a hummingbird as a pet? That's
No.
impossible, right? Because they just like...
I mean, I'm sure there is some people who do. I do not think they're endangered.
But they're not pet birds. They're just kind of like... That's my hummingbird impression.
I mean, there's something like they have to eat X amount of times, or...
Yeah, they have to eat a lot.
Yeah.
Because they're Nice stick shifting. Yeah, they use a lot of energy
Yeah.
because they're
Wings fly so fast.
they're just always tired. They're like, ah. That's why they eat all that sugar. Same for me too. 500 Gamers 00700, it says birds are for the birds, which wasn't another bird. Thank you for birds.
That one I think was a pigeon. I don't know. It had the big neck that was puffed out.
You could have a pigeon as a pet.
We used to.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
And then we decided they weren't pets anymore.
Can you just imagine that society collectively is like, you know what? No more of this. Like we all wake up one day and we're like, cats are outside. Get out. We had 39 months from Amaya A. 300 bits from Gold Major says, I've cuddled fish, specifically wobgong sharks and cow-nose rays. The wobgongs weren't much into it, so it didn't last long. The cow-nose rays were super into it. You just need to do it while they can still be in water and breathe. Also, hopefully starting new job March 1st, and it's going to have lots of cuddleable animals.
Cool.
Very cool. I've touched some fish.
Yeah, there was like a interactive tank at the aquarium.
Yeah.
There was rays in it. There was little shark.
Little shark, aka
Horseshoe crabs too.
yeah. Ripley's Aquarium in Myrtle Beach had
Yeah.
things. But generally, it's rays and horseshoe crabs. They're like, touch them. And they'll encourage you to flip the horseshoe crab over and be like, look at it.
Give me the bird.
And I've thought about the horseshoe crabs before, because I'm like, their entire life is getting flipped over 100 times a day. They're just like, ah!
Like, I know they can't hurt you, but something about how the horseshoe crab shell is, and you have to, like, stick your fingers under it into unknown space freaks me out.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. And also, I just respect them to be like, you're fine. Do you have things going on under there? Sure, but so do I. And I'm just going to leave you do your thing. I don't need to check it out. I can see a picture. Yeah. The other thing is if you flip them over, briefly, it's just hands.
And that tail comes up with that big spike.
And
yeah.
I'm like, this just feels... And you got like the aquarium person that's like, this is good. And I'm like, wrong. Even when I was a kid, I didn't like that. Like, I'll touch the top of them. They can't get you there. It's good to set boundaries with fish. 500 bits of Jet Jet says, Steven complains about poop, then says pigeons who poop when they begin flying is a good pet. I mean, a good pet for someone. Not me.
You don't want birds in the house.
I don't want birds. We had a bird in the house once. That was a nightmare. Trying to get that thing out. As soon as we realized it was there, we were like, put the cats in the room, put the cats in the room. The cats would have lost their mind.
They would have lost their
And
minds.
that bird would have lost its life. So we hid them in the room while we figured out how to get it out. And we did eventually do it. God, what a nightmare. Anyway, you know what's not a nightmare? Tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, I will be back at Metroid Zero Mission. I played Metroid Zero Mission last week. I had so much fun. I've mentioned it to Mal 6 times.
You have.
It was just so much fun.
7.
So that's tomorrow. If you missed it, a vlog came out Sunday? Yeah, because it was after Hades.
I also have a painting up.
You have a painting up? Good.
I can go get it.
Do it. I got good pats for being a good boy. No daily vlogs 1 year later. That's the vlog. It's out. So check it out. I also have finished 2 more vlogs. One of them was real short. Oh yeah.
It's varnished. See it catch the light? Ooh.
It's shiny.
It's so shiny.
So yeah, that painting is available for the next like 9 days or something. And your time lapse is out on Malmix for this too. So yeah, there's a vlog out, there's a Malmix out, that's available for auction. I've got other vlogs set that I'll be releasing soonish, and I'm working on yet another one today. The holidays were just rough. Like trying to get everything done and caught up, especially when I was like, wouldn't it be great if I made an hour-long video? So trying to get all that stuff done. But it's coming along.
A Good Way Game says, I love that. It's amazing. I'd make like a desk mat. It'd be awesome. I believe there is a desk mat up. If there's not, message me so I can do it. But I'm
pretty sure there is.
Pretty sure. I normally make that one of the things for Redbubble.
Yeah.
And this one's interesting because it's on a canvas board.
Yeah, this is very different than your normal stuff. In fact, have you ever sold a canvas board?
Nope.
Okay. So this is Mal's first canvas board ever that she's selling. So that's a very different thing. Well, cool.
Yeah.
And I saw a few people ask about Japan. When it's ready. When it's ready, you'll get it. But I've been trying to focus on present day stuff to get that done. Because ideally, I've caught up on present day stuff before I'm spending time working on the old stuff. Which Japan... Spez asked, how do you hang it up?
There's a few ways you can hang up a canvas board. One is framing it. There's things you can put on the back. Like, you could put a sawtooth hanger on the back, but I would use epoxy to connect it to the back.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be a little mindful about how you hang up a flat canvas.
Yeah.
A canvas board. But
framing does seem easiest. Aggregated molecules is right.
Yeah.
I have a canvas board that I need to actually frame and just got a frame for.
And that's it. I think that's everything we wanted to mention.
Yeah.
For folks that have the NSO expansion pass and also some form of cardboard, you can try out the Virtual Boy today.
Oh, is that why you wore the shirt today specifically?
Yeah, because it's the release date for the NSO thing. But again, it doesn't work docked, and I really hope that they change their mind on that. Yeah, it's technically doable without, but it's small. Yeah, you could theoretically cross your eyes and hold the Switch very close to your face and play it that way, but it would be, if you're trying to get a headache, it'd be faster, I think, to just bash your head against a wall. So it's like if you think that the Virtual Boy is bad, if you have to force yourself to be like cross-eyed playing it, that'll be a lot worse. I guess you could just look at one side.
It's like the stereoscopic eye puzzles.
Yeah, but like trying to, when you do that, yeah, Tech Capsule says, I did the eye trick last night because I wanted to try it, wouldn't recommend. Like, an eye puzzle is like 30 seconds. Trying to play Mario Tennis in 3D with your eyes crossed, I don't think that would be a super great plan. Okay. Bless you.
Thank you.
That's it for today. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern for Metroid Zero Mission.
You're so excited.
I am excited. And Mal and I will be back on Friday also for the game.
For game.
Everyone's like, but what game? And I'm like, I don't know.